What are the dailies and why you should consider doing them? But first, guys, I want to give you a huge thank you for the outstanding support on the last video and for this channel. We just started the channel yesterday, and at the time of recording, we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. So thank you. If you guys want more content like this, you're enjoying content like this, make sure to hit the sub button and give the video a thumbs up. So what are the dailies? I actually cannot believe I haven't done a video on the dailies, on explaining what they are, what they mean to me, and why they might be important for you. The dailies, guys, are the fundamental things that I believe makes a human feel like a human. And as soon as you start removing these things from a daily human life, you don't feel like a human anymore. You feel like a big blob. You feel like shit. You feel depressed, not motivated. You don't want to do anything. And maybe even opening and clicking on this video is something you're like, I don't want to hear it. That's not what I want to do. Don't tell me what to do. I don't want to go outside, right? All these thoughts start coming in when we aren't getting the dailies done, right? These dailies are so basic and so obvious and so humanary that when we hear them, we're like, what? It can't be that simple. It can't be that simple. What else am I missing? This can't be all it is, right? And I've seen the dailies in my own life where I'll go a couple of weeks or a couple of days or a couple of months without doing them, and dark thoughts start to creep in. Myself becomes lost. I don't have motivation, inspiration to do the things that I like to do, right? I don't feel like myself. In essence, I don't feel like a human, right? So what are the dailies? What are these basic things that make a human feel like a human? And the first and one of the most important is getting outside, right? I decided to record this video outside today. First of all, there's so much grass here in Tucson, Arizona, because it's been monsooning and raining, and it's beautiful. So we need to get outside to enjoy the weather, the grass. It's great. Normally this is all just a dirt lot, but get outside. What do I mean by that, right? And I keep the dailies very open-ended on purpose because it's going to look different for everyone, depending on your lifestyle, depending on what you enjoy, depending on what's going to work for you with your career, your job. You know, maybe you have a family. Everyone's different. So get outside. What does that mean for me? That means every day I get outside for about 30 to 60 minutes minimum, right? That means I might go for a walk. That means I might hit my workout outside that day, right? On a Saturday or an off day of doing the live streams for training. I might just get outside to a park and go for a lap or two. It means getting sunlight on the skin, right? Vitamin D on the skin is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I already know people are going to say, like, direct sunlight to the skin causes skin cancer. Before sunburning, okay, guys, get sunlight directly to the face as long as you can before, getting sunburned. For me, I am a little bit darker in complexion, so I can stay outside for 30 to 60 minutes easily with direct sunlight without a shirt, and getting that vitamin D, oh my gosh, is this a game changer. Like, okay, this sounds so stupidly obvious, but just to explain to you guys where I'm coming from, my parents told me to do this as a kid growing up. Get outside, get the sunlight on your skin. And sometimes it's hard when, your parents are telling you, like, I know I'm supposed to, but, today's busy. I have homework, I have these games to get to, whatever. And then a week goes by and a month goes by. And all of a sudden, before you know it, it can be a very long time before we've just been on the dirt, on the ground, in some grass, out at a park, letting the sun hit the skin. So that's the first one. Every day, by the way, guys, these are dailies. They're called dailies for a reason. All right, you do them every single day, right? So get outside 30 to 60 minutes. That means you could walk to work. You could eat lunch outside on your lunch break. That means you could hit your workout for the day outside, right? These dailies don't have to be overly complicated. You can make them as simple as you want them to be. You can actually combine a lot of these dailies into just one, right? So the next one is movement, right? So getting outside and movement go hand in hand, right? There's 6 dailies. This is the second one. Moving, right? Hitting a workout, and I call it movement on purpose because I do want this to be broad, generic. Just like in the last video, you could go for a swim, you could go for a run, you could work on your mobility. I like gymnastic and movement style training, right? I like strength training. I think it's very fun. So for me, that's movement. That is sweating. That's pushing your body physically and mentally, right? That's pushing limits. That's growing. That's going further than you thought you could. That's progressing. That's understanding that I was here yesterday and now I'm here today, and tomorrow I'm going to be even further along, and next week even further. That progression is important, right? Moving forward, moving the body, sweating, whether that's a walk, a swim, a run, a bike ride, basketball with some friends. And like I said, number 1 and number 2 go hand in hand because sunlight and movement you can do at the same time. This third one is going to sound pretty obvious as well. Hydrate. And a lot of people are like, that's silly. But guys, hydration is one of the biggest things to just feeling really good in your workout. Have you ever had a workout and you're like, man, I feel good? Probably comes down to hydration levels and sleep is probably like 2 of the biggest things, and then vitamin D. And we'll get into that. But hydration, I recommend drinking to your thirst levels, but I personally go for about a gallon a day, maybe a little under, a little over. Once again, these are generic recommendations, but not drinking any water and just doing soda all day, or just doing, beers with the homies, whatever it is, all day. Guys, we need water. Our bodies are made of so much water. We need water. So getting outside 30 to 60 minutes, hitting some type of movement for 30 to 60 minutes, and then getting water, right? A gallon a day is generally what I'm going for, but it can be a little more or a little less. But once again, staying hydrated. Now, this next one is so important as well, and I think I'm going to have some people maybe disagree with me a little bit here on this one. Let me know in the comments if you do. But sleep, guys. Sleep, my friends. Sleeping for 8 to 9 hours. Well, maybe 7 to 9 hours. And I know a lot of people are like, bro, I could never do that. I could never sleep 8 hours. I have so much work to do, or I can't sleep that long, or all of these different things. But guys, if you're an athlete, if you're training and you want optimal recovery and you want to hit those PRs and you want to feel freaking good and alive and you can get out there and do it, 8 hours of sleep is kind of what we need, my friends. There's a lot of studies on this. We can pretend we can get away with 5 or 6, but really what that means is we're underperforming. We're not showing up to the things that are important to us. We're falling asleep in our classrooms, in our meetings. We're not being the best version. We're not snappy. We're not with it. We're not alive, right? 8 hours of sleep, if you want full recovery, guys, is pretty freaking important, right? And I understand if you're a newborn parent, there's no way you're getting 8 hours for a little bit. And you know what? That's okay. That's just one of the dailies. And if something has to slip for a little bit, that happens. That's part of life. But getting this in for the long term is pretty important. Personally, I like to go to bed at around 9:30, and we're getting up at 5 or 6. And that's a solid amount of sleep, going down with the sun, waking up with the sun. And that is just generally something that works really, really well. The body's natural circadian rhythm tends to like a natural circadian rhythm and natural sleep cycle, natural sleep schedule, and consistently going to bed at the same time every night and waking up at the same time every morning, at least waking up at the same time every morning. The body learns that, right? One of the first things I like to do when I wake up is get some sunlight on the face and start that rhythm as well. So sleep is very, very important. So we have movement, we have a workout, we got hydration, we got sleep. Where does that leave us? We have connection. All right, connection is one of those dailies that we first had to socialize, right? We wanted to explain to people to not isolate yourself in a room, not to close yourself off in your bedroom and play games or work or whatever it might be for a very, very, very long time. And once again, this does not have to be very complicated, right? It doesn't have to be very complicated at all. This could be texting someone saying hello. This could be saying hi to your mom, saying, hey mom, I love you, have a great day. This connection bit is important. If we isolate ourselves, like there's a reason why to torture a human being, you put them in an isolation chamber, they're gonna go crazy. It's like the worst thing to be alone. If you guys have seen the movie Wilson, where he's on the island, I can't remember, Castaway? That's gotta be it. Castaway, where you can't be alone. Like, this crazy stuff's gonna start happening up in here. We need people to talk to, we need connection, we need that bit. Every single day we need that connection. And without that, even with all the other stuff in place, without that connection bit, and I know a lot of people, have an abundance of connection. You're at work, you're hyper social, you're doing this thing, but even introverts, my friends, even introverts, I would probably call myself more of an introverted person, need that connection bit. Hello there, say hi to someone you love. That could be very basic, but is very, like, don't understate the importance of the connection piece, right? Man, yeah, I can't understate this one enough. Overstate this one enough. This is very, very important stuff. And if you go a while without that, you start losing what it feels like to be a human. Next and finally is eat. Eat right, all right? I'm not a nutritionist. I'll do a whole nother video on my approach to nutrition here on this channel. I'm not an expert. I'm not, I don't have a PhD in nutrition or anything like that. But what I will tell you is adequate protein intake, adequate caloric intake, and micronutrients are important, right? What I'm telling you is not to either just game out and completely forget about eating for a day or two. I'm telling you not to, eat fast food every day for a month, right? The basic stuff. You guys know this stuff, right? Eat. I call it just a very basic way: fruits, veggies, and protein, right? Now, if you want to, mess with your carbs and fats, I would recommend fats at a certain level and carbs too, but I'll do a whole nother video on that. But the idea, guys, is eat the stuff, eat the whole foods that you know are good for you. Just, you know are good for you. Fruits, veggies, and protein, right? And those are the dailies. If I have all of those in order, right? If I have all of those in order, then I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like a human being. I'm feeling like myself. And as soon as one of those slips, whether it's sleep, it's sunlight, it's movement, it's water, I don't connect, enough, or, any of these things, I'm not eating right, my mental declines. I'm not feeling myself. I don't have that positive mental energy that I want to bring forward, right? I want to be the best version of myself. And why am I making this video, guys? Because I've let all of these slip in the past. I have, and it's not pretty, and it's not a fun thing to go through. And I think for any of you guys maybe struggling out there or want to know how to start working out or start getting healthier, get the dailies in place, guys. Get those basic dailies in place. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a subscribe. I, once again, cannot believe the support in the last video. We're about to hit 1,000 subscribers here on the channel. By the time this goes live, we might already be. That's absolutely nuts. Once again, in the description, in the comments, I was reading all the ones in the last video of you guys chiming in of like, I want to do a video on this, or a video on this, video on this. I have so many ideas, so lots of content to come, but let me know down below what type of videos you guys want to see on this channel. Nutrition, training, how to handstand push-up, handstand tutorials, day of eating, all of that kind of stuff. Mindset, of course. So let me know. Give the video a thumbs up, share it with a friend that might enjoy, and we'll see you guys in the next one.